come the worms. One thing affects another thing. All right, let's go. Welcome back to the channel, guys. We are back on the farm, finally. Back to making videos for y'all. It is July the 6th, and I hope everybody enjoyed their 4th vacations or whatever you did. It was really nice on our end, and now we are getting back after it. We've got a tropical storm coming up through Florida right now, and it's going to turn and kind of go up the east coast, kind of on the Georgia side. We're expected to get some rain today, tomorrow, and the next day. I don't think it's going to be a lot of rain, but it's a good chance every day. As you can see outside, it's already overcast. But what we got going on today, we got Mark and James are putting the row crop fenders on my Rogator. We'll get some video of that, of them putting it on. Josh is spraying actually over in the valley. I know it's not the best time to spray, but I think we got a couple hour window of no rain right now. So anyway, he's doing some spraying on the beans. Dad's in a meeting, Wayne's cutting grass, and I've actually been riding around with Ron from BH Genetics. He came over here this morning. We went and looked at some of the corn. He's got some of their varieties. And also, that is where I get all the Penergetic, the deer deterrent that I've been telling y'all about. And we went and looked at some soybeans over there where I had it out, and I saw some really good stuff. I did not have my GoPro, so I'm gonna run back over there at some point today, and y'all get to see that footage too, for anybody that's interested. But right now, we're gonna go over there to James and Mark, and see if we can help putting the fenders on the Rogator. And then we're gonna get on to some other stuff today. So y'all come along and we'll see what we can get done. I'll show you what Mark and James are putting on in the time lapse. This is the crop shields, crop fenders, crop shields, whatever you want to call it. I bought these whenever I bought the Rogator. I went ahead and just bit the bullet and bought these crop shields, and they were really expensive. I mean, like, don't quote me, but I think like $15,000 for these 4. And anyway, I'm glad I bought them because they really help if you're going to be going through those crops late in the season. Has minimal crop damage when you go through there. Believe it or not, I was very impressed. You couldn't even tell that I had been through there with the rogator in cotton, you know, this tall. What these fenders do is, you just imagine the crop right here. You'll have a row on this side and a row on this side. And so when it crop goes through here where it's overlapped the middles, it just hits this fender and follows this and then just fluffs out like that. When I'm going through there at like 12 miles an hour or whatever, because I don't go quite as fast, when that front tire goes through there, it actually opens up in between the rows, and by the time this second wheel right here hits, the crop has not even folded back, so it kind of hits about right here. So pretty neat how it just moves it out of the way, and then this back tire goes by it and it just closes back up. But that's what they were putting on. It doesn't look like much, but it takes a while because you have to take off a lot of brackets and stuff. What's really hard is you have to hold it up. And the easiest way I figured out how to put these things on is actually James figured it out. But he hangs a motorcycle strap, ratchet strap right here. Well, right here. And he hooks it to this frame. Anyway, that helps hold it up. Well, you don't have to have two people on each side holding it up. And then he puts a jack under here and uses the floor jack to kind of level the front or whatever. And then it just bolts on right here. And then you just got a bearing right here. You got to make sure it doesn't go out. But that's basically it. Like I said, it doesn't look like much, but it really works good if you're gonna go through those crops, because if I didn't have these on, it would break off all the limbs on each of those rows all the way down the field. Anyway, I have not had to put them on. James and Mark have learned how to do it, and so I just let them do it every time. They help me out big time. Okay, we're out here in one of the soybean fields that I did a video on where I put the Penergetic, and I got off the rogator and showed y'all some of the damage. Well, we're in that same field. But what I found in this field, which is pretty cool, we're going on day 22 since I put out the Penergetic, and I know we've had 3 inches of rain on it. May have had 4 inches, but anyway, 22 days. Possibly 3 to 4 inches of rain. And what we found in this field is pretty cool, which I'll show y'all. You'll see the old damage, and then you'll see all this new growth where they have left it alone. And I'll show you, like right here, where the deer, they've walked through the field, and you'll see tracks like that where they've walked down the road, but they did not eat the soybeans, which is kind of crazy. But let's get into the damage. Okay, like right here, you'll see where they have bitten off some of the stems a long time ago, and then we've had all this new growth after I put the Penergetic out. And you'll see right here, that's where they've bitten it off a long time ago. And then I've had new growth from here all the way up. And you can go down the row and you can find it. This is where they ate 22 days ago. Right there. Down toward the bottom of the plant. See where my fingers are? And then you've had growth from here up. Kind of hard holding the GoPro and showing all that. I hope that's coming across on the camera, but I mean, you can go to each row and see it. You can pick anywhere in this field. See right here? That one, 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 that one. All that is old where they've bitten off 22 days ago, and then I've had growth from here up. So basically what I'm getting at is they've left it alone. But I will show you, we walked the field pretty good. We did find where they are eating a little bit over here, which I'll walk over there and show you. But this was pretty amazing. Only thing I've done is put out the Penergetic. I'll keep doing trials with this stuff, but I'm pretty impressed so far what it's done. I mean, this is the real results right here. But here's another spot. Boom, boom, boom. And then you have all this. They left it alone. See right here? Now this has been freshly eaten on. I mean, this is at the top of the plant. Some of this was done probably last night. Like that one. That one, that one. But it's not everywhere. It's just in just certain little rows you'll find where they decided to eat on it. Like right here. It's not bad. You'll just find, if you really look, you'll find where they have eaten a little bit right here, and then you take one row over and there's no damage. Be a little damage right here. 1/8. I don't know, this is where the heaviest pressure is in this field, and I was expecting them to be eaten all the way to the ground, but they're not. They have left them alone for the most part, especially if you walk out there a little bit in the field. But like I said, I don't know. I'm impressed. That's all I can say. The corn did about as good as it could do with the weather conditions this year. That was BH Genetics 8660. I don't know, it just went through that 30 to 35 days of 100-degree heat, no rain, not a drop of rain. Just put the ammonia nitrate out of one of the shots of fertilizer, and it just could not get rained in. And for it to do what it did, you know, knowing those conditions, I'm pretty impressed. But all the varieties were pretty similar that we looked at today. But it is a good stand of corn, very even. You see the cobs. All the cobs are pretty much same height. That means the plant, you know, emerged out of the ground pretty much same day. But most of everything we looked at today and did a kernel count, I mean, it was anywhere from 18 rows, 38 around, and then we did see some 16, 35 rows, I mean 16 rows around, 35 length. So it's not going to be a big year to get some high yields. But what we saw, what I liked was the field was consistent. Every stalk pretty much had an ear, and they were all the same height. So if you can do that, your yield will be a lot better than what you think it is. Down here at the gravel pit, looking at the cotton. One of the main things we're looking at to see if we need to pix it. And by pixing it, that means your growth regulator. You're slowing it down and making it not grow tall like a tree, fruit or whatever. You want it to fruit, quit growing up. So we're gonna walk out in here and take a look at it. But So far the cotton looks good. What you do is you're looking at, on the stem, the nodes. You're measuring between, basically the node is this branch to this branch. And you want about 3 to 4 fingers. And see, I'm 5 fingers between this branch to that branch, 5 to that one to that one. Yeah, this should have been picked earlier.
Fire ants are eating the aphids. In one case, the fire ants are doing you good. Yeah, they're working on them.
Aphids are these little microscopic little bugs. I don't know if you can pick them up, but they're little bitty little things on there.
Cotton sweat.
And they're sucking the nutrients out of the leaf.
Yeah, they're feeding off. One of them cow killers. Big ol' ant. There he goes. See? That's a cow killer. Big ol' ant.
Cow killer. Probably not the right name, but that's what we call it here in Alabama. Her dad calls it. But anyway, cotton is anyway, the cotton should have been picked where from this branch to this branch should have been a little closer. That one definitely should have been closer. It should have had one right here. We looked at it earlier in the year and it was okay, like down here from this one to that one. That's what you want, from that one to that one. We were okay right here, this one to this one. But then right here, from here on up, from there on up, it really took off growing. And that was, these lower branches probably were when we were in that 30-day drought or whatever. Now it's getting plenty of rain and it's taking off, so we'll definitely have to put a heavy shot of picks on it to slow it down and make it fruit more. But all in all, it looks good. Let me show you real quick what a bloom is. This is a bloom. And that bloom, that flower will fall off and make, well, let me find one. Then that flower will fall off, and that's what you got, a bowl. That's a cotton bowl. So that is the final product of getting cotton, getting the actual lint. You'll have a flower, bloom, that dies, and then it turns into a bowl. And this is what will hold all your little cotton. This will be a cotton bowl that I just wasted. There's plenty of them out there. So now that we have a game plan for the gravel pit, I know what needs picks and what rate and what herbicides we're gonna put out. Got the shields on so we can go through there. That's why we were putting it on, to go through that cotton. Now I have to do is clean my rogator out. I gotta rinse it out because last thing I was putting out was Roundup, Enlist, Liberty, Zidua. That's the main one, Zidua. Putting it out on the beans over there in the Togville for the vacation. And you cannot spray Zidua SC over the top of cotton. Don't think I have any left in here, but just to make sure, we're gonna do a clean out and we'll let it sit overnight, do a decontamination, rinse it out in the morning. We'll be ready to spray cotton tomorrow. with weather permitting, you know, with the tropical storm coming through. Haven't got any rain yet, but it's been kind of going all around us all day. I think Blackwell's Bend, I think it just got a shot of rain, but we have missed it all right here. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, and maybe we'll get to spray. But first, clean out the rogator. All right, we have rinsed out the tank 3 times and stirred it with tank cleaner, rinsed it through the booms, and then we filled it up the 4th time, tank cleaner again, and it's full, and we're gonna let it decontaminate overnight, and we'll rinse it out again in the morning, and then we are ready for cotton. So, done with the rogator for today. Next on the list is, I think I got time to hook up that trailer and start getting the chemical loaded on it, what we're going to use at the gravel pit, so in case we get a small window in the morning in between the tropical storm and these rain bands coming by, if we can get a load out or 2 and finish the gravel pit, at least we'll be ready. We'll have everything loaded in the morning, and all we got to do is cut here, hook up the trailer to the truck, and then head on up there to the gravel pit, get the rogator up there, and we'll be ready to spray. So I think we got time to do that. And one other thing is Dad is bringing the water trailer from Sugarberry. PA ran out of water, so if we have time, we'll help him fill up with water, and then he'll have that trailer ready for PA in the morning. So let's see if we can finish this day up. Well guys, unfortunately that's going to be it for the video, but I am so glad to be back at work, and it was a nice time off, but you know how you are when you love your job, you're just ready to get back to it and get after it. So that's what we're going to be doing this week, and we got some stuff done today. It was a lot of scattered around stuff, doing different jobs, but basically we were prepping for tomorrow. But anyway, glad to be back guys. Hope y'all still hanging in there with the channel even though we took a little break. We're gonna have a lot of videos coming out this week, and we'll have regular videos coming out the next week. We'll get back to going here, but thanks for watching guys, and as always, see you on the next one.